to the Minister of Health. Given that the Deputy Premier chastised a widow for bringing a placard of her husband who passed away, saying that all she had to do is request a meeting with you, and given that constituent has requested that meeting with you since August, since her husband died, will the Minister of Health finally meet with the Boychuk family, as the Deputy Premier says you're willing to do?
Honourable Minister of Health.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. As the honourable member knows, I have had contact with residents of Sylvan Lake on a number of matters, including the elected officials, the mayor and council, with whom I have met to discuss the issue to which she refers, which is the desire for an urgent care centre in Sylvan Lake. Mr. Speaker, we're continuing our work, and Alberta Health Services is continuing its work with the elected local representatives in Sylvan Lake. I am happy to continue to provide the honourable member with updates on the progress of that work, but Mr. Speaker, the fact remains, and I think as is evidenced by the Deputy Premier's visit to the community, we do not require an intermediary as government in order to work with local communities.
Honourable member. Being a dog catcher.
Well, given that the Minister of Health didn't answer my question, given that the Premier chastised a widow for bringing a placard of her husband who passed away, saying that all she had to do was request a meeting with you, and given that Annie Boychuk has requested a meeting with you, Mr. Minister, since August, since her husband died, we're not talking about urgent care, we're talking about Annie Boychuk. Will you finally meet with the Boychuk family, as the Deputy Premier has said you're willing to do?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I will not participate in the use of an extremely sad and tragic situation referenced by the honourable member as fodder for whatever personal interpersonal issues she may have with other members of this side of the House or other sides of the House. Mr. Speaker, I have corresponded with the family to whom the honourable member refers. I have expressed the sympathy and the condolences of this government and all of my colleagues to that family for that tragic incident, and we are engaged in the policy issue with elected representatives of Sylvan Lake in determining how best to meet that community's health care needs.